5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shane Newbert, and sitting across from me today is the incredibly talented Mr. Denzell Taylor.
You need one of those.
Your sound sounded way better. Dude, thank you for being here. Our morning has been a blast.
It has, man. It has.
So anybody watching this, you're going to have to go check out the TikTok page. You're going to have to go check out Instagram, Facebook, because we just made some skit videos, and it killed it.
It's too lit, man. It's litty.
How long have you been doing skit videos?
Probably for about like a year. I just started dabbling in this stuff.
I'm just going to pull you away. No, you're good. Yeah,
too loud. The level's too loud.
Yep, no, you're perfect.
I just started dabbling in it like a year ago.
And so you started the YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so you've been rapping for a long time.
I have.
Now, can people download your, like, songs and everything?
You could find some songs on YouTube, but I haven't put any music on any platform. You know what I mean? Like SoundCloud, none of that.
Do you incorporate your music with, like, the videos that you make?
What do you mean?
Like some of your skit videos and your blog. Is it called a vlog?
Vlogging?
Yeah, that's a video blog, right?
Vlog, yeah, it's like documenting your life, basically.
I don't like it.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I've watched some of them. They're great.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Dude, it's not easy trying to do things on social media and YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all those things when we're from especially small towns.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know, like for the podcast, we find we're like a poor man's like Joe Rogan.
Right. Yeah.
We find celebrities in our area, people that we look at as celebrities.
I like Rogan, by the way. I watch him a lot. He's smart. He's wise. You know what I mean? He has a great podcast.
Yeah, he's a diverse dude.
But yeah, it's hard being a vlogger sometimes because, you know, like, not every day you wake up with positivity, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
So when you turn on the screen, it's like you gotta find that happiness to put out to the world and stuff. You know
For sure.
I mean? So it's like, it's a good feeling putting out vlogs and
you know,
like
especially like when we started out, we were like, you know, 10 views, 20 views, and it's like a disheartening feeling.
Yeah.
But then if you talk to some of those people who watch it and really like it, and then it's like, wow, man, I just made a video that people really like. Some people's day was made by it. And it's one of the best feelings. It's one of the best feelings. So what's up? Well, before I get started with that, I'm going to say Shot 30 Podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox, YouTube if you're just listening, and yeah, go check it out, and also go check it out on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook page. There we go.
You need that button, man.
I know. I need a Jamie in the corner that can pull up anything that I want for me.
That'd be lit.
Yeah, but I make no money, so I can't really do that yet.
Slowly but surely.
Now, Denzel, how old are you?
I'm 24 years young.
24 with nothing but life ahead of you.
Yeah, man.
You got a good job, and now you're doing this to the side. Man, all you have to do is stick with it.
Yeah, just got to be consistent, man. That's the key. A lot of people don't understand, like, consistency is the key to success, honestly. And like I said, it's hard, you know, waking up every day and, you know, putting on a smile when your day isn't all sunshine and rainbows, you know what I mean? So
absolutely. Man. Now, what are your real goals and dreams? Like, come on, like, give it to me as raw as it can be. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? You're 24. You got a whole life ahead of you.
Man, ever since I was young, teenager ages, I wanted to just make people happy. Like, the type of joy that I get from putting out my creativity and stuff that's on my mind and then getting the feedback from that, it's like, it's a whole different feeling. Like, you can't match it. You know what I mean? There's sex, and then there's that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know? It's a good feeling making people, you know, happy and smile.
So you don't kill beetles? Like
I don't kill beetles. I have before.
I'm telling you, I loved that video so much. I can't stop thinking about it. Like that beetle, you saved that beetle's life. He just needed to attach.
Then God talked to me. He said, "Hey, man,
you had a lot of patience with that beetle."
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna ask you
my
one.
Buddy, I get lonely.
I'm gonna ask you one here.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a bat in your house?
Have I ever had a bat in my house? I have had a bat in my house.
How terrifying was that?
It was pretty terrifying, and plus I was in the attic.
Oh.
I had a room, right? And I had an attic in my room.
Okay.
So, like, I was terrified. I used to sleep.
So you're like the complete opposite of Harry Potter, dude. He had a staircase. You had an attic.
I had an attic, man. He went downstairs. I had something leading upstairs. It was scary. And there's bats all in there. You know?
We had a bat in our bedroom the other day. Timmery woke me up from a dead sleep. She screamed, "It's in here!" I was like, "Oh shit!" I just got under the blanket. I was
you didn't get a bat?
Well, I didn't look. I didn't even see what it was yet. Yeah. Like, if there's someone or something in here, they're already gonna kill me.
Right, right.
I'm sleeping.
We're dead, babe.
And then when I opened my eyes and saw it fly across the room, I was like, I'm out. I'm gone. I was out of the room so fast.
They're scary, man. Bats are weird creatures.
Oh, and their teeth. I mean, their teeth are so big compared to their body. You know, I know their teeth are, and like the big spectrum of things, very small. But compared to their body, they stick out very far.
Yeah. They're weird, man. They're probably vampires, low key.
That's what I said when I was looking at this thing. I said, "Get out of my house, you vampire!"
Yeah, you blood sucking creature.
Edward Cullen. Yeah, I made Twilight. Twilight the remake.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so you're going to keep rolling with the vlogs. You're going to keep rolling with the videos and the dance videos.
Right.
You're a good dancer, man. You're a really good dancer.
I appreciate it.
Have you ever thought about, up in Chicago, there's a lot of, background dancers and movie roles and stuff like that. You're a good actor, too. Have you ever thought about going up there and maybe trying out for some roles and stuff? Chicago has some, and the Quad Cities has a little bit too.
Yeah, I definitely thought about expanding my talent, but at the same time, Shane, I'm gonna let you in on a little something, man. When I was 18, I actually I made a horrible mistake, and that was drinking and driving. Yeah, so I got a DUI when I was 18, and I had to go to court and stuff for that. And then I made another mistake. I got another DUI, like a month apart. So it's pretty tragic. They put me through a lot. I actually ended up in jail. So that was a tragic time for me, especially being 18. I've never been to jail before. You know what I mean? I have my whole life ahead of me, and it just hit me, man. That one mistake, that one night, you know what I mean? Drinking and driving could literally mess up years of your life.
It absolutely can, or
you know what I mean?
Or it can make you bankrupt.
In a
split of a second.
That too.
In a split of a second, a $50 night can cost you 10 grand just like that. Oh
yeah, and I've already paid 10 grand easily from the fines and probation fees and stuff like that. So with that being said, I was since 18 to now, I've literally been working on that. I was on probation for about 3.5 years because of that. So I was actually doing YouTube in high school and stuff with Jameer One Time. And if for whoever's watching this, go check out his page, Jameer One Time on YouTube. Dope. He's actually the one that started getting me vlogging.
He's awesome.
But, yeah, man. But yeah, over those years, I just spent time putting money into that and just staying focused. And on probation, you got to walk a straight and narrow. You can't come in contact with any police. You can't, get in trouble, any of that. So over the years, I've been programmed to stay out the way and just focus. You know what I mean?
And I know a lot of people who say stuff like, well, if you ain't doing nothing wrong, why would you worry? No, and there's sometimes just putting your head down and getting out the way and doing your own thing and in your own spotlight is the best thing for you. That's what I did with my life. Yeah. I went from a world-class powerlifter.
Yeah, I seen videos.
Yeah, I was a really talented powerlifter and having a lot of people who loved me, to me, leaving my ex and being with my best friend, and then everybody hating me and making me a villain for just something that made me a happier person. Right. And then that's when I learned I got to just steer my own path. I can't get caught up. If I got caught up in the times that I post videos where they get 50,000 views on Facebook or whatever, the people that call me fat or chumly or I should kill myself, if I got caught up in all that, then I'd be just the most miserable human being in the world.
Oh man.
So
absolutely. You got to follow your gut. You got to do what you want to do, you know what I mean?
And we all you made a mistake. You definitely fucked up, dude. Yeah. You fucked up. We all fuck up. Right. There's not one innocent person in this entire world. Yeah. Yeah. And now you got to be better. Do it. You just don't drink and drive because you need your fucking license.
Oh, yeah.
How long till you get it back?
Man, you know what's crazy? I actually have a hearing next week. And it took me 6 years to get this hearing.
We just had a state's attorney, the woman who won state's attorney on the podcast. So let's say, hey, Grace, if you can get this guy out of this, hey, how about you help him out?
Hey, come, please help me. I need some help.
She's the assistant state's attorney for Henry County. Right
Really?
now. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, maybe I may have to put in a good word. Yeah, my word has so much leeway.
Right. But yeah, finally on track with that. I have a hearing, so
Get that. Yeah,
I'm on the roll.
Get that license. You got a good job?
Yeah.
You have a good job.
Yeah, it pays decent, man.
You know, I have a buddy. He's this guy just follows his dreams in every which way possible. He's a lot like you and I. Mm-hmm. His name's JD Spetz. He's from Kewanee. JD Spetz. This guy. Well, he lost his license multiple times from DUIs, but this guy also at the same time literally just does whatever makes him happy.
Really?
All the time. He wants to move to LA. He moves to LA. He wants to move to North Carolina. He moves to North Carolina. He doesn't let anything restrict him ever. And I think that's, there's two different types of people. One that wants to settle down. Everything is just like clockwork. Yeah. And then there's the other person who, I want to see the world. I want to do everything. I want to feel everything. And he does it without even a license still. He should get his license back soon. Right. That means he can come over without me picking him up because shit, the amount of money and gas mileage I put in for that guy. But it doesn't villainize a person.
It doesn't. And like your mistakes should not stop you. You know what I mean? That should motivate you, if anything, because you could stand still or you can move forward.
But there is that fine line too. Like you messed up and it could potentially cost somebody their life, someone drinking and driving, and that's why that's out there.
Right.
But you can learn and grow, and everything can be better from this moment. You didn't hurt nobody.
Right, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't hurt nobody but myself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And thank God, because I was pretty drunk the night I got pulled over, but, thank God everything.
And most all of us have been there. Drinking, yeah. It's just we got to try to be vigilant. We got to know where our limit is, where we're safe on the road or not.
Yeah, I was growing up way too fast at age 18. I've always been around like an older group of people because they're just so wise. You know what I mean? And I attract to, people with a level head,
people who can make you grow faster.
Right,
yeah.
Right, exactly. And so.
Now, so what's up with the GOAT? You're a Dragon Ball fan?
I am, but please don't ask me for any names on the shirt because I have no idea. I know.
Well, there's Krillin, the Goku, Gohan,
Piccolo.
Yeah,
which, by the way, is my favorite. I have 2 shirts, so maybe I know a couple of these characters. With my other shirts, I don't know any other characters on it, but I am a huge Dragon Ball.
Are you a Pokemon fan?
I used to collect the cards.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Do you still have them? Because I'll just take them off your hands if you want.
Bro, I have, the actual, my dad used to get me, the balls, the Pokemon balls, the plastic ones. And those are worth something nowadays, you know what I mean?
They definitely are.
And we had, the plated Pokemon cards. I still have that at my Nana's house, man.
The plated ones. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they used to come in the Pokemon balls.
Yeah, because I'm not too much older than you. Mm-hmm. I'm 29. So Pokemon was right in my era of growing up, and right now it is booming. They're selling cards are selling for $300 to $3,000 right now.
Logan Paul.
Oh, Logan. Bruh. I gotta say, he did jumpstart it because it's always that community, the card collecting community's always been around, but he, with his platform, jumpstarted. But I do want to just give a shout out to Logan Paul because, hey, in the Philippines, we are 1 spot higher. Shot 30 Podcast is ranked 1 spot above. We are number 7. He is number 8 in the Philippines. Yeah, and after
we're coming for you, Logan. No.
And after we rub that, after that, people see that chocolate video.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
they're gonna go crazy, man.
See, okay, so kind of staying on the same track that we're on. My favorite thing about this podcast is it doesn't matter. There's no difference in anything to anybody to me. Like that's nice of you to tell me about your DUI, that makes me feel like way more comfortable that,
right.
Like you let something very vulnerable off your chest.
Right.
I mean, and you're telling people who are listening.
Absolutely.
But we've had people every shape, size, color, every type of problem. We've had alcoholics. We've had people who suffer from epilepsy, and we've had people with Down syndrome. We've had comedians, actors, like black, white, all the men, women of every single tight knit, uptight,
right.
And that's my favorite thing about this show. Like, we sit down here and we don't really know each other. I mean, this morning, morning, I feel like I know you because all these skits.
Yeah, for years.
I feel like I've known you forever.
We just click, man.
But we sit down here right across from each other, and for the next, 45 minutes, we get to just know each other. And
exactly, man.
And I think, right away, you're an awesome person. Would I ever judge you because you had a DUI? Absolutely not.
Right.
Like, what the... But it's so weird how the very first thing we do as people is we classify people.
Mm-hmm. Stereotype.
Look at, he's got a beanie on. Like, he's a black guy with a beanie on. Like, look at him.
Right. Thug. Look at that thug right there.
Yeah. But like it's such a weird thing that people do this still.
It is, man.
And this person can be the nicest person you ever have met. Right. Oh, look at, it's a thing that I have no political, I don't do politics at all.
Same.
But why does everybody start with Pritzker by saying that fat piece of shit? And I'm like looking at this person's page. I'm like, wow, Pritzker's like a fat piece of shit. Like, you're a little bit overweight too. There, like, what are we doing here?
Like, calm down.
We do this though. We do this. I don't know why people do this, like to make themselves feel better or what.
Insecures. Like, when they're not happy with themselves, they'll pick at somebody else, because of their own self-hatred. You know what I mean? And that's a disease itself. Self-happiness is key.
I agree with you. Just like somebody would be like, a black guy with a beanie on. They'll look at me and be, oh, fat guy with a mullet. Like, oh, hillbilly. I'm not a hillbilly.
Right, man. And you're a real, genuine guy. Like, meeting, firsthand. Like, man, you're awesome, bro. So.
That's what I think about you. I swear. Like, that's... And a lot... to get something off my chest here... And I think I was leading up to this, but we've had so many people on the podcast, and one time somebody said, like, oh, a black person in Matherville must be going to Shane's house. And I'm like, is this where we're at?
Right.
Is this where we're at? And it's just something that needs to be squashed, man, in every which way.
And that's because you're doing something, bro. When comments like that come about, you're doing something, bro. You know what I mean? Oh, another black person at Shane's house.
They've done it at the gas station, at the bar, like, and then, I'm sorry. These are my friends, a gay person, a drag queen,
right,
a burlesque model. Like, I'm sorry, these are my friends. And then I don't know, I think I'm making like some sort of stance here, like, this is what Shot 30 Podcast is, and I don't give a fuck. And anybody who wants to sit here and judge for a second, well, do it and do it on your own time.
Exactly. Equality is key.
No, you're good. Right. So... Now, I gotta get this out of here first. Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. Visit Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies on Facebook and Instagram today. She makes beautiful decorative cakes, like everything you could possibly imagine. The most beautiful decorative cakes in the world. Put your orders in for Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up right around the corner. Hey, there we go. Now, so you said earlier to me that you're not a sports guy.
I'm not. I barely watch cable.
So, do you have hobbies?
I have hobbies. I like to draw. I really developed a passion for boxing.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. I watch a lot of UFC when I get off of work. I do that. I search YouTube, stuff like that when I get off work, when I have my free time. But UFC and boxing and stuff like that really intrigues me.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Oh, man. Israel Adesanya.
Whoa.
Have you ever heard of him?
Is that like
UFC?
Okay. Now Israel. Okay.
Adesanya.
Is he a Hispanic? Is he?
No, he's a black guy, Native American.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
No, I do know who you're talking about.
Yep.
I think. Because my buddy Riley always has me watch these fights, and I never know what's going on. And then especially since things have turned to no fans.
Right, that's weird.
Oh
man.
my god!
Because
do you love it?
I don't.
You don't love it?
I don't. I like the thrill of you know what I mean? I'm sure they do too. It's just more exciting.
We got a guest in here, a little ladybug floating around the room.
Well, come on, ladybug.
You don't love the sound. You don't love the sound of someone like throwing a punch and the grunt or the smack.
You definitely can hear more. You can definitely hear more.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. It makes me feel like, man,
actually there.
I'm there,
right?
You know, because no one else is there, but you hear that smack.
Yeah.
And you every time hitting the stomach, or in the leg.
Yeah, you definitely can hear it more in depth. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to hear the scream of the crowd. Yeah, you're a big crowd guy. You're a crowd guy.
I'm bro. That's the thing. Like, I didn't even want to start vlogging because I'm so low key. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I don't like giving a lot of information about my life out into the world. And then my brother was like, hey, man, that's what it's all about. That's what people attract to. They attract to drama. They attract to exciting stuff. And I was like, I didn't get it at first. And I put my first vlog out. Mm-hmm. And I followed my brother's direction. Do you remember one time? Look him up on YouTube.
I think we've mentioned. Yeah, go give him a follow.
Yeah, go give him a follow. But he was like, man, that's what they want. I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to do it. I'm like, what should the first vlog be? He was like, baby mama drama. I'm like, oh no, man, that's too much. I'm not gonna, put out that information about my life. And I did, and exactly what he said would happen happened. And I was like, you know what? Let's do this vlog thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I just started, and I'm trying to get the algorithm down. You know what I mean?
I think that like vlogging and YouTube and stuff is a lot like when I do stand up. You get up, you put it out there. People like it or they don't, and you're vulnerable. You're very vulnerable. Mm-hmm. But when you get some pieces of love, it's escalated times a million.
It is, man.
And then at the beginning, the hate, too, was escalated times a million. Like, whoa, what the fuck? Why would this guy say this about me? Oh, really? Really? Right. I got man titties? Well, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. He's got 17 kids. Like, whatever.
Right.
But, everything's escalated at the beginning, so that love that you got at the initial beginning made you really love it more.
Oh yeah. It was like, oh man, this is dope. People like what I do, and that just puts your drive and emotion even more. You know what I mean? So, it's a great feeling, bro.
I just think you need to keep moving forward with your skits and all of this stuff, man. You're 24 years old.
Right.
Don't forget that.
Right.
Don't forget that. And it's weird how time passes, isn't it?
It is.
Do you feel like you were just in high school?
Yeah, bro. I have 2 beautiful blessings now. Mm-hmm. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. It's insane because I see myself in them. Mm-hmm. Plus their personality.
I have seen both of them. You have beautiful children.
I appreciate it, man. They're just amazing, man. They're the reason why I do everything with positivity. Mm-hmm. They're the reason why I wake up and I'm like, all right, I gotta go to work today. Even though I don't want to, I'd rather be focused on, a rap or a vlog or, something creative to heal myself. I go to work every day for them, man. You know what I mean? I do what I do for my baby girls.
That's absolutely awesome. So are you a single guy?
I'm in a complicated situation, man. Me and the mother, yeah.
Okay.
You know the things on Facebook: single, complicated, married. Yeah, I'm the middle one. Nah, man, we're just working it out as parents. Me and the mother of my children. We're just trying to work it out because we had a rough start. I really don't want to get into all that, but we had a rough start, and now we're just, trying to focus on a connection for us and our kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, as of right now, everything's going fine. Our kids are happy. We're happy.
Are you guys doing, I'm not digging too much.
Right,
I'm not going to.
Co-parenting, yeah, in a sense, of course. And we do it well.
So are you guys trying to work it out to being together?
I mean, I've always wanted to, my first relationship, which was the mother of my children, I've always wanted to, I wanted to be married to my first relationship. And if it leads to that, that would be amazing. You know what I mean? But you never know what life throws at you. You know what I mean? So, like, right now, like I said, we had a rocky start. But as of right now, we're just trying to connect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just trying to connect.
The reason I say that is because we have a lot of followers that are, well, to put it lightly, a bunch of gay guys that are going to attack you because you're a handsome dude. So, I mean, they're going to be sliding in your D.
Slide the F out. All right? I'm straight as an arrow. All right?
Hey, you heard it here first, guys. Stay out of his DMs.
Yeah, I just focus, man. But no, even if I was single, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be searching for a relationship. I wouldn't be, looking for a female because I have way too... First and foremost, girls are a bill. Okay? I don't care what nobody says. Females are a bill. And if you are living with a female and she's taking care of you and, you're living off of a female, that's a pimp, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Like, females are a bill and I don't got time for it. You know what I mean?
How you going to get that PS5?
I'm not. I got kids, man. I'm going to get diapers and wipes. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I think... Man, just the way you present yourself in so many different ways, I think you should try stand-up, too. I really think you should try stand-up comedy. I think you'd kill it.
You think so?
Oh, my God.
I don't know, man. I be drawing blanks sometimes, so I feel like I'll be on the stage and I'm like...
No, just remember, it's just like kind of what we just did upstairs with the skits. You just think about what you're going to say, word it the right way, try it out.
Right.
It works or doesn't.
Get the algorithm down and stuff, yeah.
Now, have you ever... I know with everything you said, but have you ever been on a dating site?
I've had Tinder.
Dude.
I've had Tinder,
man. Can you drop any, like, Tinder, like...
Moments
or details?
Oh, Shane, you're trying to get me in trouble. I just said we're trying to work it out.
Okay, my bad. Never mind. We'll get out of there. We're gone. I think dating sites fascinate me.
Yeah.
Because I've never been on one. Right. I've never even opened up one.
Really?
It's like such a weird thing in my brain that, dude, you just sit there and you go, this picture and this, let me read these 4 lines. I'd go on a date with them.
We connect.
I think it's so weird.
It is weird, man. I've had Tinder, but I didn't have it long.
Did you ever have Plenty of Fish?
Plenty of Fish. I've had that too.
That's been brought up.
I've had that too, just from friends saying, "You got Tinder? You should try Plenty of Fish." I'm like, all right, man. So, but it wasn't. It's nothing for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's some thought shit.
Don't you think it's like the whole dating app is a weird thing though?
It is. I'm a more meet you in person off of just life type of shit. You know
and then have a feeling or a connection that goes. Like, let me be nervous and ask you on a date.
Exactly.
Not let me send a message where I could be anybody in the world, from any spot in the world. Let me send a message. That takes no bravery.
Things are so bizarre nowadays. It's honestly, it's like trashy nowadays. And it's like a lot of people don't have their moral self-respect anymore.
I guarantee you, we are within 2 years of first dates being... just like a virtual dinner from, like, we're not together.
Right.
Let's say you and me are going on a date together. But it's going to be like, I met you on Tinder. Okay, now let's go on a date tonight.
Right.
You're at your house. I'm at my house. And there's this hologram that shows up of you and of me. And then we're, like, eating spaghetti. And I'm like, you want to taste this?
Yeah.
And then you can't, but I can put it up and you... pretending to bite. I think we're right there.
I think I'd be messing around with the virtual hologram. I'd be like,
titties.
Yeah.
Titties. I'll be like, show me your butt real quick. Slap it up.
Give me a little preview. No.
that's probably right around the corner too. I mean, all this like sex robot stuff, this is getting absolutely out of hand.
It is, man.
People are really falling in love, and it started out as a joke a few years ago with a Joaquin Phoenix movie, Her. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out.
Is it on Netflix or is it an actual movie?
It's all over the place. It's yeah. Okay. I mean, it's probably on Netflix. You've seen it?
No, you've watched that thing before.
Her? Joaquin Phoenix, he falls in love with his phone. Okay. It's Scarlett Johansson. She's like...
Bro, I have seen that. That's some bizarre shit.
But that's where we're going. That's where we're going. But now if you give that voice a body... Mm-hmm. And even though it's a robotic body, people will fall in love with robots.
In that case, just watch porn. A whole lot of it. It's not a sin. Look, check it out. Like, a lot of people say porn's a sin, right? Watching porn's a sin.
I don't think anybody who watches this podcast or ever is listening at this point is ever going to think porn's a sin.
Right. Because that's what they say. But I would rather watch porn.
I got Bridget the Midget on the wall, and I got Ron Jeremy here, and the only reason I took him down is because he's in prison right now.
That's funny. What is he in prison for?
Like raping. Shit.
Oh shit! Not shocking. You know what I mean? Weird. But yeah, like I'd rather watch porn than go out and be a hoe. You know what I mean? The temptation. I pray a lot. I pray every day, and one of the things I pray for is asking God to help me fight bad temptation. You know what I mean? And
but porn is a great way to do that.
I'm telling you, bro.
Dude, let me walk you through the man's mind, okay?
Okay.
It's like, God, I just want to go do it, man. I just need it. And then it's like, watch a little stuff, do a little thing, and then you're like, me again.
It's like when you come to your senses.
Yeah,
you ain't hear from me.
Yeah. Right. Lord have mercy, I'm back.
Right. I heard it from Lil Wayne. Shout out to Lil Tunchi.
Oh, dude.
It's so true, though, man. It's like when you come. So it's like when you watch porn, you know what I mean? You fight yourself from bad temptation. You're not out. Because there's a thing, like, once you have sexual... once you have sex with somebody, I've heard and I've read that their soul intertwines with yours. Like, you feel their vibes and their soul, and like you connect. It's supposed to be a beautiful thing, so it's like,
I mean, you're definitely connected.
Right. So if you're out here sexing all these people, it's like you just have
are draining your soul.
Right.
Oh man. My God, I've never heard that or thought of that.
Yeah, so
but it makes a lot of sense.
Mike Tyson, when he used to fight, in his younger days, he was he was celibate because it was told to be like, you'll be a better fighter.
They used a lot of fighters used to force that in their academies. They'd have a 3-month academy or such, and what they would do is say, you're not going to do this, because a huge way of thinking then, which was without science. It's very weird, because I've done a lot of research actually on this, because when I was powerlifting, I thought the same thing. If you're doing it, or you're going out and doing this or that, well, you're losing testosterone. So you're going to drop your testosterone levels down, which is the one thing that men think has to be high to be like, I'm going to build muscle, I'm going to be manly, aggressive, I need that testosterone.
Right.
Well, that is not your testosterone level coming out.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. But, okay, so just leaping back, actually, first, we're going to be on the sex doll thing for a minute. I do want to say Shot 30 podcast is sponsored by Too Many Shot 30s. Too Many Shot 30s. All right. Shot 30 podcast is sponsored by Handmade by Haley, coming out of Kewanee, Illinois. That's Haley Paxton, making the most beautiful signs you'll ever see in your entire life. Handmade by Haley makes custom signs for every season, every holiday, everything. She's busy working. She's taking orders right now. Put in your order. Handmade by Haley on Facebook today, and she's always doing giveaways. So even if you don't buy, just go follow her page and start looking for the giveaways. You know, just help support local business in this hard time.
Awesome.
Okay, so it is weird, though, that people are falling in love with things like sex dolls.
Very weird.
But, you know, like, it's that same feeling, that same thing that we're talking about, back and forth. You know, like, oh, so this object can give me that release. But then on top of it, you give it a voice and a face.
Okay, that's fair.
You give it a voice and a face.
Yeah.
So, like, hey, Denzell, how you doing today? And you're like, good. Do you want me to make anything for breakfast? Like,
and this is a sex doll.
Yeah, this is what they're making now.
No shit. Like, the sex doll can talk to you.
Have full recollection conversation with you.
Oh, they're bugging. That's weird.
Oh yeah, it's all the
weird,
way.
Man.
It's all the way to it knows your personality and it wants to talk to you in your personality, how it can please you.
Females, you better step your game up.
And that's the thing.
Straight up.
That's the thing. A lot of women are like very against it because men are just like, well,
I'll go get a sex doll. Forget your problems.
And it could be the other way around too. Women are saying the same thing. Like, what? Well, but they haven't really. The men industry for selling those things is way more booming than women,
right?
Because women are very, very much more emotional than most men. Mm-hmm. So that attachment is weird, and it's becoming if you start doing a little bit of research on it, you're going to be like, what is going on with our world? There's actually a comedian, her name is Whitney Cummings.
Okay.
She was doing a huge stand-up tour and made a sex doll of her. It's literally a complete replica of her, and she goes on stage with it and talks to her.
Yeah.
And it says things that aren't programmed. It starts saying things to her like, well, why would you say that to me right now? Well, I said that because we're doing a show. Well, I don't want to do a show right now. Like, shit like that.
Like some own mind robot thing.
Yeah, some shit. Will Smith iRobot.
Yeah, that's crazy. 2020 has been weird, man.
Picture 2030.
Oh, boy.
Where are we going to be, dude?
Hopefully in a better place.
Picture when you were a kid, a young kid. Mm-hmm. The most fascinating thing we could ever have fathomed was like getting paint on a computer, like a big, huge monitor computer where you get paint, where you can doodle on somebody's face.
Right.
Where it takes 10 minutes to get on the internet.
Yeah.
And now we're at a thing where I can contact anybody in the world at any second. I can change your face into my face, put my face on your body in a matter of seconds.
Right.
And then post a video of it to someone in China. We're advancing so much in technology, it's beyond real.
It is. And we're advancing so much, but we've got so little done. Like, yo, is there a cure for cancer?
How? I mean,
how not? You know what I mean?
I feel like there is.
Right.
There definitely is.
Right.
The amount of money they make from cancer is unreal. Mm-hmm. Like, you're telling me they came up with a cure for coronavirus in a matter of a year.
Right.
But no cure for cancer in a matter of 50 years.
That's what I'm saying, Shane. It's messed up. It's weird.
That's weird. A wise thing you just said right there.
Yeah. It's a crazy time we live in, man. It's like the higher ups know a lot more than we do. But I'm catching on.
Here's a I'm gonna go deep, boy.
Okay.
I'm going deep.
Hey, let's get it. Shop 30 podcast.
You heard it here first. Well, first of all, I feel like I went deep, like getting that shit off my chest, like the black person in Matherville. Like, shut the fuck up.
We're here.
It happened. I'm so sorry. It's gonna happen over and over again. I'm so sorry.
Right.
But okay, so there is like multiple wormholes you can fall down here. But do you think that the world's smartest person or the world's richest person, you think we actually know who that is? There's no way. Oh, no. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett. There's no way. The person who what about the person who owns the world? Like, we don't know anything about anything. Right. They're not telling us the truth about any. And okay, so this is my number one like a hill I live and die on.
Okay.
Now, when you're on your Hulu or Amazon Prime or your normal TV, and it says, "Hey Siri, hey, pull up who has the most receiving yards in football." Have you ever sat there and your phone goes, Julio Jones? And it answers. It turns your phone on for you.
Right.
That commercial that they do. Or, okay, Google, what's going on in Nebraska? What's the weather in Nebraska? And then it tells you. but your TV says it, and then everybody who has all these Google or Siri homes or whatever in their house, it turns everything on. I don't know if you've ever been a part of that, but it turns everything on. Mm-hmm. Your phone searches it for you.
Right, yeah.
Kind of like, hey, let's just kind of like was it your dad's idea of trying to listen into the TikTok?
My dad told me, he was like, boy, China's listening. China's watching. You should probably stop posting videos on TikTok. And I listen to my dad all the time. I haven't in the past, and I wish I did in the past because I wouldn't have 2 DUIs. But,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of spooked me. But at the same time, like I told you earlier, I said, man, I didn't know that you can get paid from TikTok. So I was just like,
and then you start seeing the dollar signs.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to leave TikTok alone. And plus, it's for China. You know what I mean?
But like, I mean, okay, we're China, but like, we're here in the United States where a commercial just says, okay, Google, and then all of our hubs and our homes just activate.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's
okay,
crazy.
we're going to be spooked out about all those things, but we're not spooked out
right,
about
yeah, I
this.
fully agree.
And no one says anything about it.
I fully agree. I think, like, a lot of bizarre things that's happening nowadays is being normalized. And, perfect example, police brutality. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, another police beat down a black guy. It's being, like, we do all this for, a week, and then next week we're back to saying, oh, my Netflix account is deactivated. What's up with that? It's like, it's being so normalized. We forget it within a week, and we don't talk about it, and you know what I mean? And it just keeps happening and happening. Yeah. It's a crazy time we live in, man.
It is. I mean, even being a correctional officer in my past, like, all of these things, like, okay, so let's go with Black Lives Matter. And then the person who says, well, White Lives Matter. Well, no one's saying they don't.
Right, it's like a protest to the protest.
Like, if we can just find this common ground of love, we'd all be in a perfect utopia. And we'd be moving forward in this beautiful manner where everybody loves everybody, no one's beating anybody down. But we'd also be in this world of chaos, too. No matter which way we want to go, we're going to be in this world of chaos. Hey, everybody, we're in this perfect utopia where Johnny, we're not going to tell him he's overweight, but he's 700 pounds and he dies at age 27. But, like, in this perfect utopia, nothing's perfect, so that can never happen.
Right.
Because we're people. We all think different.
Exactly.
But, like, we have to find a common ground to see where there's a lot of bad things going on in the world. Man. And I've talked about it on the podcast before. I have a lot of great friends who are beautiful, beautiful police officers, cops, prison guards. And I also have a lot of friends who have been wrongfully treated by the police just because their skin color or just because their name. Right. Like, right away, when I was in high school, I got pulled over. I got pulled over. I was drinking and driving. I was a high school football player. So was the kid beside me. Well, he wasn't. But he was black.
Right.
And we got pulled over, and they said, "You call your parents, tell them to come pick you up." And I was like, are you serious? And they told him that he was going. Right. Because I was like, and he's like, listen, man, just take it. Just like, you're good. I'm like, no, that's not the way this works. No, like, well, what is going on here? He didn't do anything wrong. I was driving.
Right.
And he's like, no, man, like, it's okay. This is, and that's been a thing. I've talked about this on here a lot of times, but it's a thing. How are we still here?
Right. It's crazy.
It's a really sour story. He hates when I tell that story too, my friend.
And there's no shame in it, man. That's just the way it is. That's the way it has been. You know what I mean? If people aren't raised right, then they develop hatred for, human beings. That's of a different race, and that's not right.
And
oh, not to stop you, Shane. But have you ever stopped a podcast for a bathroom break?
I have never. I mean, we're 46 minutes in. Normal podcasts are about an hour. Do you think you can make it 15 minutes? Because I don't think I can.
That's what I'm saying, man. So like, can we leave it and then come back?
Yeah, because I tried to make Timry start a feet only, like fans only page, like her feet. Because I thought she'd make money.
Oh, like her feet. I thought you said feed. Feet.
Feet, yeah, her feet.
Okay.
Haven't you seen how much money they make?
I have.
Dude.
It's a little weird.
One chick is making over $100,000, and all she does is twice a day post pictures of her feet, and then she'll have guys send her like $5,000 to $10,000 to send her a pair of her socks or shoes, dirty shoes.
And see, that's what I mean. That just shows you how many weirdos there are out there.
I mean, everybody's weird in one way or another,
I mean?
but that's a little bit different. Like, hey, if I'm paying all this money for your dirty, stinky socks,
yeah.
Oh, hey guys, we're back.
Shot 30 podcast.
Yes, sir. So, all right, now I did want to say this to you. What makes? Okay, I meet a lot of different people in my life, and what makes a genuine person to you? Like, what is a genuine person? Somebody you just meet and you really connect with, you know.
A genuine person, man, doing something for somebody else and not expecting nothing in return. Because there's a lot of times I've done something for somebody and they expect something in return. And I can't stand that.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I just can't stand that. It's like, because your vibes aren't genuine. You know what I mean? You receive something and you expect to get something back, and it's be genuine and I'll be genuine with you. Be a pure person and I'll be pure with you. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
I really like that answer, because it's like people are it's not like it's always like, hey, it's a trade. Mm-hmm. If I'm in desperate need, my car broke down, I have no phone, you're the only person I can go to. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you better be here when I need you. Like,
right.
Well, that's not genuine.
Right.
That's
right.
not genuine.
Expecting something in return. Those people are dangerous, man.
They are dangerous people.
Because you got to watch who you're around when it comes to that type of stuff, man.
See, also in a salty manner, I can flip this kind of the other way a little bit. Mm-hmm. Sure. Like last year, I'm a huge fan of the site called DHgate. Okay. And DHgate, I buy real NFL, NBA, baseball jerseys, stitch letters, the player, any color, size, whatever, for like $13.
Damn.
So I bought a bunch of friends. Oh, I shouldn't have blown my nose upstairs. my
Coronavirus? No.
Well, we were outside doing dance moves all morning. Mm-hmm. But
true.
So and then I had a couple people, I bought them this, and they're just like, oh, okay, cool. I was like, I bought your favorite player, size, color.
Right.
And they're just like, cool.
Right.
And like, not even a thank you. It's like a most gut-wrenching feeling in the world.
It is. And you know what? I tell you what, like,
people don't think how much time or money or effort that you spend into doing something kind. You just want, like, all it was just doing something kind, and just that feeling of being punched in the chest.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, a lot of people don't think, and metaphorically speaking, a lot of people don't think like you think. So if you're genuine and you do generous things to somebody else, they might not be on the same level as you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And you can't look at that person like, oh, you're a bad person because of that. There's many things that could affect their way of thinking, the way that they were raised, the way that they were brought up, their morals, their ethics. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
It counts as you as a person to understand all of that and understand the person. You know what I mean? And be like, you know what? I'm not mad at you for me giving you my kindness. I'm not gonna be mad at you, and you don't. You know, the response I expect from you, I don't get. I'm not gonna be mad at you. You know what I mean? You gotta understand that, and that's what makes you a good person. That's equality.
Denzell, you're a good guy, man. You're awesome. You really are awesome.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Likewise.
So now, okay, where do people find all of your stuff?
All of my stuff, man. You could
We're going to tag you in as many things. We'll put in a link below. If you're watching on YouTube, we're going to put your stuff in the link below. You have a YouTube page. What's it called?
I do. DenzellTaylor.
Denzell Taylor.
Type it into YouTube, and I should pop up.
Oh, shit. That's it?
I should pop up.
Damn, you're one of the lucky ones.
I'm one of the lucky ones, man.
Okay, Denzell Taylor. You have to go to his YouTube page. Mm-hmm. He's got his vlog on there. He's got the music videos.
Yep.
Now, where do you do your music videos at?
Bro, I do it in my mom's garage.
Do you shoot them yourself?
I shoot them myself. I do everything that...
Because I know Nico and Kiwani shoot, does a lot of recording studio stuff.
He does, and actually when Jameer one time, my brother was down in Kiwani when he was living here. We actually recorded with him our first mixtape when I was in high school. And like I said, I kind of came to a halt because I got those DUIs. Uh-huh. And then shortly after I got those DUIs, Devin moved and we were separated, so we really didn't, proceed the YouTube thing. But yeah, we recorded with him a couple times. He's an awesome, creative person.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's an awesome human being.
Man, maybe I should have... I need to have Jameer one time on the pod, too.
If he comes out, man, that'd be awesome.
That would be good. Does he come back for holidays?
Yeah. I don't know the last time. When has Devin came for a holiday? You know? I don't know. It's been a minute. He's really getting situated down there. You know
gotcha.
What I mean?
Yeah. I understand. I understand.
Yeah, he's trying to get in.
And he's getting to a flow. But yeah. I think that one time we should have you. One time we should have you,
one time.
You meet Jameer one time on a pod together, and then do skits out on the.
Oh, it would be too lit, man. It'd be too lit,
dude!
man.
I'm telling you, I think these skits are going to kill it.
Oh, they are.
They're going to kill it.
And we did it in what, like a matter of not even 20 minutes?
It was
30?
actually 33 minutes total for all three of those, and those aren't just like these are rehearsed.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, dude, you don't just. In my brain, it has to be what I envision. Mm-hmm. You know, like a lot of the podcast, I don't edit. I don't edit it. It's me being real. It's the person across from me being real.
That's awesome, bro. I admire that because when I do my vlogs, like I swear to God, I'm gonna get you guys backstage. When I do my vlogs, I repeat myself like probably 3 times. So like the raw version is me saying, "What up, it's your boy Denzell Taylor." No. I don't like that. What up, it's your boy Denzell Taylor? Oh, man, I don't like that one. What up, it's your boy Denzell Taylor? And, we're back with another video. So I repeat myself. And that's what a lot of people don't see. But that's just to get comfortable. You know what I mean?
One time, okay, so a lot of these podcasts, I start off with a freestyle rap. Mm-hmm. And my guy Chaz Williams out of Galesburg, Interstellar Journey on Spotify. He makes all these beats for people to... You can buy the beat and then, make your own raps to or whatever.
Right.
But he sent me all of his beats. And so I used to, the first, 80... Or 40 podcasts.
Yeah.
I would make a freestyle rap. I'm sitting down here like, yeah, I'm Shade. I'm really, really cool. Meet me at your school. Yeah. I would rap, I rap and rap and rap over and over again.
Yeah.
But I would sometimes be like, wow, that's terrible. And then I'd be like, okay, here we go again. And then I would make the start of the video every single attempt of me trying to get this rap started to start the video. And I'm like, all right, and this is Shot 30 Podcast. I am Shay Newbert. Thank you guys for being here. That was a pretty terrible rap. But
here we are.
Yeah, and I mean, I know. But once you get past the start and then things are rolling, it's like... Normalcy.
Right, but you start to get in the algorithm of things. You start to get more comfortable. You start to get more wiser about what you're about to say, and it's not more. It's less nerve-wracking. You know what I mean?
And at the beginning of things, so many people told me, "You can't say this. You can't do that. Bro. Don't talk about gay people. Yep. You can't say you can't say black person. You can't say Asian person." I was like, I'm going to lay out who I am as a person. I am not anything that judges anybody.
Right.
And then I put out my own vulnerable, I have a lot of I've been through anxiety and depression and like I've suicide and hung myself and overdosed on pills. I've been a drunk. I've been all these different things. So I put it all out there.
Right.
And then now everybody knows exactly what I think. Dude, if you're sitting across from me and you're like, well, fuck, if you don't listen to my music, you fucking piece of shit. I'll fucking shit on your front porch. Like,
I see that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you got.
But that just means you're a bad person. Like, it doesn't matter what size, color, weight, anything you are. It's just person.
Mm-hmm.
You're a bad person.
Right.
If we took things in those type of ways, there's loving people, caring people, sweet, smart, sad, happy. Then there's mean and ugly, and like not ugly as in personal, like body.
Mentally,
you're an ugly person. Like if you're saying, well, like white lives matter when a black person's saying that I'm just saying that my life matters too. My friend's life matters. Well, then you're an ugly person.
Right. It's like, we know that, but there's so much stuff that's been going on with Black lives. Like, let us have this protest. Like, why do you got to protest on a protest? It's like, come on, just be equal. And let us have that moment of, awareness. Hey,
and of unity together. But that unity isn't being blocked as in white people joining a black person for unity. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing that politics creates. Politics creates this whole Republican Democratic block that no one can meet in the middle. No, we can't. It's one side or the other, left or right. You can't come in the middle. Right. No one can just agree like, wow, I really agree with your point of view. No, it's going to be one side or the other. And this is the thing that we block ourselves from. It's black or white. Everything is black or white for some reason.
Right.
There's a huge area right now, and I think it's maybe even 50% of people. 50% of people are really good now. Like where it is that politics, ethnicity, or, size, anything, where it's not a mixture of anything. It's just, this is who we are.
Right.
But then there's that divide for the other 50, and we're getting there. But we need to get
slowly
there.
but surely. Like I said, 2020 has been crazy. When did people start losing their sense of humor? Especially when so many messed up things has happened in 2020. Like you said earlier, like why has people lost their sense of humor? Why can't you say whatever you want to say and people be okay with it? You know what I mean? You're your own person. We've lived through our own, we live through our own problems and et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Like, why can't you understand what we say and take it with a grain of salt?
COVID has done the same thing too. Like, should I wear a mask? Should I not wear a mask?
Right.
Like, I mean, it's the same thing that divide. Or should we lock down? Should we not lock down? All I know, or all I care about, keep sending me those stimulus checks. Hey, that was a fat check for me.
I'm about 2 behind Trump. Oh, wait, Trump ain't even our president no more.
Trump's like,
Biden, you better come up. Come on.
You're going to have to ask somebody else for that. There's no way I'm going to make it happen. You're going to have to ask that other guy who got elected, and I don't even know why.
And I don't get into politics, but, don't you think 78 years old is kind of old to be a president?
It's a very old, but I think, I told Timmy the other day, I was like, Kamala Harris kind of hot.
She's awesome, but at the same time, like, I've seen this guy bleed from his eyes. But like I said, I don't like getting into politics.
But also, Donald Trump is 72 years old.
Right. He's 72 years old with a 16-year-old's mentality. Like, just, tweet. Our president tweets now? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
And I'm not opposed to him tweeting.
Right.
But I'm opposed to the emotional tweeting.
Right.
Like right now I need to get my word out.
Yeah.
Like, in day one saying, I won. It doesn't really look like he actually won.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't.
It's bizarre. It's just like, I thought presidents were supposed to have, like, some type of standards. And it was just crazy. Like, Trump is a businessman, though. And I understand. Like I said, I'm a very understandable person. So I understood how Trump took on things head on. And I understand where Biden's corner's coming from. Like I said, I don't even like getting into politics because I don't know enough. I don't know enough.
That's what I always tell everybody. Is I say I'm too dumb.
Yeah.
I focus my time on things that I love to do, like the podcast.
Yeah.
Rather than focusing my time on politics.
Things that elevate you.
Dude, we are so much alike.
Yeah.
Literally, the only thing
the
only thing that's different is the fact that I'm probably about 110 pounds heavier than you.
Most definitely.
And if I had the mullet right now, I'd flick it out. I get used to that. But we are very much alike, and just the same way that I wish the world was a place where people all just like listen to what I'm saying first. I don't need you to agree.
Right.
I would never need somebody to agree with my point of view.
Yeah.
All I would ever wish or want is someone to hear what I'm saying,
just understand.
And then process that, and then wait.
Fair enough.
Like, I don't want this immediate, no, I don't agree with you. Right. Like, if we all just took a moment, waited, don't just come out of defense or out of aggression. And that's the thing that we do so much of the time. I'm actually I'm a super fan of this podcast because I don't get to do this too often. Where someone meets so much eye to eye with me, I don't even feel like I touch base on any of your shit. Like, that's why we're gonna have to have you back for more skits.
For sure.
But I just love talking to a person who, man, I just care about people. Like, and why can't we move forward as people?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I understand completely, man. I understand completely. Equality is key, but for some reason, people can't get the gist of that. For some reason. It's weird, man. It's very weird.
I think we're getting closer than I couldn't fathom being alive 50 years ago. Can you fathom being alive 50 years ago?
With my color, no.
With
my color, no, man. Because like you said, it's definitely different from a white person. No disrespect.
No?
Right. A white person growing up in America than a black person growing up in America, because there is white people that think different than other white people. Like you, for instance, you're a genuine, pure type of guy. And then there's this other guy. You got another black person coming to your house. You know what I mean? And it's like, why do you think like that? Why do you think of race? And like you said, you don't even know who I am. So for you to stereotype me, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. Just sit down and understand before you talk or have your opinion about something.
Absolutely.
That you know what I mean? And a lot of people can't just grasp that gist of, understanding. And it's weird, man. It's crazy. And I don't understand. Being at a young age, like I said, I grew up a little too fast. And when these DUIs hit me, and I keep bringing them up because it was a tragic time in my life. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean? And I feel after everything was all said and done, after I went to jail, and that was a traumatizing time for me. Not because I went to jail. Actually, jail was... It gave me a moment to have time to myself. And to think and reflect on life and be like, yo, I'm never coming back here again.
In jail, you look around, mean? Like I know the cinder blocks.
Yeah.
I know the steel bars. I know the line up. I know the disrespect because you're like being talked to like you're the scum and someone else is the authority officer. I've never done anything wrong. Look at me. I know that feeling.
Right.
I've seen it.
Yeah. And it's like, because like, look, the same people that criticize you are probably doing worse than you are. And that's what blows my mind the majority of the time. And I know a lot of those people. So like I said, you just got to take everything with a grain of salt and just believe in yourself and move forward. Like, nobody's going to believe in you more than yourself.
Absolutely.
Nobody. Like, when you started the Shot 30 podcast, like, wasn't it a little, like...
I can tell you, when I started this, when I started doing stand-up, when I started doing anything outside of powerlifting, that was just me. Temery was the most incredible human being ever.
That's
She
awesome.
said, you should be making this podcast.
That's
like,
awesome.
Nah, no one cares to listen. No one cares to listen to me. I was like, I need somebody else. I need help. I need... She goes, no, this is... You do it. She is like the one exception to the rule of... She was my biggest fan before I even knew I had fans.
That's like awesome, bro.
And then like I've sat down here and I'm like, I can't figure out how to do this. I'm sitting here just throwing my hands just all night long. 10, 12 hours. Just sitting here trying to figure out one thing. Now we got all these bars bouncing up and down. But she came down and she figured it out. And I was like, fuck.
Woman, we're getting married.
Dude. And she just went, I know your success.
Yeah.
And she said, whatever, like she's always told me, no matter what, whatever I want to do, she's 100% behind me. And that's the other way around too. That's the way, like, your best person and you, it can be a thing where that person, your favorite person in the world, is the person you're actually in love with. It can work that way. And it's not a mythical story.
Right.
It can actually happen. That she's my best friend in the world. She knows everything. Anything that can possibly happen in my life.
Yeah.
Even like woman saying, "Damn, Shane, you hot as hell." And I'm like, "Yeah." And I'll be like, "Hey, babe, I gotta tell you, this woman told me I was hot as hell." She'll be like, "Well, was she hot? You think she was hot? Like, what do you think about her?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, "Nah, she's ugly."
Yeah, she was ugly.
But I told her, I get it off my chest. I get everything off my chest to her.
That's awesome, man.
It's the best feeling in the world.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I bet it is, man. I can't wait till I get to that level.
You can, and you will. You just, I mean, the number one thing is honesty. If you get honesty out, like if you're always being honest, then there's nothing to hide or lie. No worrying about your phone being in a different room. No worrying about, well, what if somebody says this? Right. Here's the truth.
Right.
I know my truth.
Right.
And I've got past, because I've been that guy. I've been that guy in my past. Like, oh, well, let me delete shit so nobody knows what I've done.
Speaking of that, bro, you know they got a vanish option on Facebook now, man?
No.
Okay, well, there's a vanish option. You go to your settings on
Shot
Facebook.
30 podcast fans are all here.
There's a vanish option. Oh, man. For the significant other, and I posted this the other day, that has any thoughts on their significant other cheating, it's going to get worse. But I'm here to tell you, it's going to get worse. Yeah, they have a vanish option, man.
Tyra's like, oh, my God, don't do this.
No, she's probably back there taking notes. But no, there's a vanish option on freaking Facebook now. It's like, yo, what are you guys trying to set this up for? It's
so
like,
what does vanish actually do?
Vanish your conversations as soon as you... I'm not sure because I've never used it yet. But
you have to do an elaborate job of explaining this because you're actually going to be the number 2 longest episode of all time.
Oh, no.
So we're about 1 minute away. So yeah.
No, like the vanish option on Facebook is basically, from my understanding, is as soon as you write a message to your side hoe, that's what I'm thinking is for. It instantly deletes, it vanishes, and it's like getting to where it's like freaking Snapchat and stuff like that.
Whoa.
Right. So like earlier you said, yo, what's up with your name change on Facebook? I changed my name. My name is Denzell, of course, but I changed it to Maurice. That's my middle name. Right. And I deleted at least like 500 people. I had 1,000 friends. Now I have 400.
It's a good thing to do too, because a lot of people create a lot of negative.
And it's like when I log in, it's just like a bunch of eyes are watching me, and it's like it's not genuine, it's not pure. So I just I just wanted family on my page, and I wanted friends.
And Facebook's a very different world. Facebook's the most negative world out of all of them.
Man.
It's all straight hardcore politics, hardcore this feeling, that feeling. It's very, very, like, pushy. Instagram is good. Absolutely. TikTok is the only app I've ever, like, really been on that's been all, like, nothing but kind of love, like really like nothing but people, like even people making a joke where it could make me feel personally upset, but it's not like a person being like, yo, you should go kill yourself, like not like that type of level. Right.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna start using TikTok, man.
Dude, you got
to
gonna
start using TikTok. Like I said,
wait, what's your TikTok name?
Shit, I'll have to look up on my phone. Give me a second.
Oh, she's got it. Tyra's got it.
You got my TikTok, Tyra?
I follow you on everything.
That's what I'm talking about. Family-based fans. That's awesome.
We got Tyra Banks in the background right now.
Tyra Banks in the background.
In 2 years, she'll be on the show. In 2 years.
That'd be awesome.
You got to be 21 to be on the show.
I believe it. So you can take a shot, be part of the tradition. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And those drinks hit differently at Shot 30, right?
They do, man.
They do hit a little different.
Yeah, I'm proud to be part of the tradition.
I'm so happy to have you here,
awesome.
man. I thought this episode was going to be great, and it actually turned out incredible.
Oh, yeah, unbelievable, man. I'm glad to be here. And you know what? I'm just glad to be freaking alive.
Dude.
2020 has been such a year as where it's like unreal. So many people are going away soon.
Uh-huh.
It's like, yo, what's really about to happen? You know what I mean? So it really makes you strap down and focus on what's important.
And like,
you know?
Okay, so I buckle in on my my house family. Not moms and dads and cousins and nephews and nieces. Like, the number one most important is this household for me.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I love all those other people. Like, I love everybody so much.
Absolutely.
But my house, like, and everybody's been safe and good. And then we got hit. We got hit because I lost one of my babies. I lost one of my babies this year. When I got out of high school, I adopted a baby. She was a blue heeler, a dog.
Oh.
And this year, just a few months ago, she got a virus. It was called Rocky Mountain Fever, and it was a tick-borne virus. She got bit, and she didn't make it. A tick landed on my perfect, beautiful dog, and she didn't make it. And so, dude, 2020 hit here too. Like, it was weird. It was bad.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. I lost a best friend too.
Oh my God, it was just so crazy. Like, it just was fast.
Yeah, I had to put my best friend down 2 years back on 2 days after Valentine's Day. Was it boy, girl?
She was a girl. She was also 100. She was 100% deaf. When I met her at the shelter, I was just volunteering there just to help.
Yeah.
And I taught her sign language.
A dog sign language.
Yeah. It was Gabby.
Are you serious?
It was Gabby. Yes. Gabby. No. Gabby. Come. And like Gabby.
And
sit.
she would understand.
Gabby. Gabby. She knew all of her sign language.
That's awesome, bro.
Man, and it was so devastating.
Yeah, I bet. We had our dog for what, like 12 years, 13 years, and her name was Silas. It was my best friend. Best friend. We went through some hard times, and I used to sleep with her, and you know, she used to cuddle up by me when some tragic times happened when I was young, and she's actually been there when I started first writing my raps. The messed up things I seen as a kid, I would write down, and then I would listen to. My dad was a big like hip hop, Prince, Tupac type of guy, so he put me on to all the old stuff, and I would just listen to them, and like Tupac would like guide me through situations that I had in my life. And that's how I started rhyming my problems. You know, that's how I started intertwining my problems with my raps.
Absolutely.
And my music and just vibing. So it started at a young age. So yeah, she was always there for that. Like, that was literally my best friend. And then we had to put her down 2 days after, like, Valentine's Day. Like, what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Something like that. And, yeah, that was devastating. We went there. We went to the vet. And they gave her a shot. And I was right there. And I was like, yeah, Mom, let's just go do this, because she was just messed up at the time. And so they gave her a shot, and instantly I heard her last breath, like that, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm breaking down. So I just started crying in front of everybody, and I just walked out, and I was like, damn, life goes on, huh? You know what I mean?
But it doesn't really, it doesn't work like that. Like,
it doesn't.
It's a nice thing to say, but it does not work like that.
Yeah. You got to find your happy medium. You know what I mean?
You got to meet that peace.
Yeah.
Okay, drop your shit. Drop your TikTok. You got to drop this TikTok, because this TikTok is about to go.
All right, actually, TikTok I can pull up on my phone.
I think Tyra's got it. Tyra's got it.
You got my TikTok.
Yeah, she's got yours.
Okay, come on. Fam bam.
Tyra, you want to get in the video? Wave hi. Okay.
She said no. All right. TikTok is that's how you say it, right? At Denzell Taylor 1.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, go follow my TikTok for whoever's watching this podcast at Denzell Taylor 1 DENZELLTAYLOR 1. Go follow my TikTok. I'll definitely be posting more videos now that we can get something out of it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So that's my TikTok. For my YouTube, go follow Denzell Tyler.
Denzell Tyler.
Go and type in DENZELLTAYLOR Denzell Taylor, and I should pop up. Subscribe and join the journey.
Hey, he's got a vlog out there. Also, visit Shot 30 Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox, all those things. YouTube page if you're only listening. This is Shot 30 Podcast. I am Shane Newbert. That's Denzell Taylor. Dude, the guy's awesome. You already heard it here. I don't need to say anything else. Hey, like, share, subscribe, share the video. This is Shot 30 Podcast. And also, go watch us on TikTok because we got some pretty good damn videos.
We really do. He's not lying.
Damn, you are